Good afternoon, everyone. I am Janet Casilio, and I am reporting about the web. So, what is a web? A web is a client-server architectural-based system with widely established standards for information archiving, retrieval, formatting, and presentation. So, it is the most popular and most used Internet service. So hypertext links, or the HTML, or the hypertext markup language. It is used to format web pages so that they can link to other documents as well as external objects like sounds, video, animation, and files. So hypertext transfer protocol, or what we call the HTTP, is the communication standard that transfer pages on the web. So, for example, when you entered on the web the URL http www.sec.gov into your browser sends an HTTP request to sec.gov server asking for the site's main page. Every web address begins with HTTP, followed by the domain name, which identifies the company's name, which we'll be using as the document. So web servers. Web servers is a piece of software used to find and control save web pages. It delivers the request web pages to the user's computer after finding the request web pages on the computer where they are kept. So searching for information on the web. So search engines of today are capable of sifting through a variety of file types, uh, indications like HTML, Microsoft Office, PDF, audio and video and images files. There are thousands of search engines worldwide, but Google, Yahoo, Baidu, Microsoft Bing search engines provide the vast majority of search results. So next is how Google works. So the Google search engine continuously scrolling the web. So this indicates the popularity and storing of the page so that it can be respond quickly to users' requests to see the page, and the entire process is done in just a half second. To see the page and the entire process is done. So one of the search engine under this is the mobile search or mobile lookup. About 20% of all searches were made on mobile devices in 2012, and now 50% of those researchers are done in the mobile phones. To improve the convenience of browsing and shopping on smartphones, Google, Amazon, and Yahoo have each created now the search interfaces. For instance, Amazon sold more than 1 billion worth of goods in 2012 thanks to mobile searches. Smartphones are the way to shop, but the actual purchases are done in laptops or typically on tablets. Next search engine is the semantic search. It is another way for search engines to become more discriminating and helpful. It is to make more search engines capable of understanding of what we are really looking for. The goal of semantic search is to build what we can really understand: human language and behavior. Another search engine is the social search. One of the problems of Google and mechanical search engines is that they are thorough. If you enter a search for ultracomputers in 2 seconds, you may receive as much as 300 million responses. It is an effort to provide fewer, more relevant and trustworthy search results based on the person's social networking contacts. In contrast to the top search engines that use a mathematical rhythm to find pages that makes your query. So Facebook search, one of the most popular search engine in social media, is a social networking search engine that responds user queries and informations. Facebook of friends and connections. So Facebook search relies on huge amount of data on Facebook that can link to individual and organizational. Next is the visual search. Although other search engines originally designed to search text documents, the explosion of photos, videos created a demand for searching and classifying these visual objects. So facial recognition software can create a digital form of a human face. So Facebook has a tag suggest functions to assist human pictures and photos. You can search for people on Facebook using digital image to find and identify them. So Facebook is now using artificial intelligence technology to make facial recognition more accurate. Shopping booths. So the internet for shopping related information using intelligent agent software. Shoppers interested in making a purchase centralize shopping booths like MySimon or Google Products. Search is to put and retrieve information about relevant products. Compare to similar products based on users' definition, criteria, and bargain it with vendors on terms of pricing and delivery. Next is the Web 2.0 or sharing information on the web. This describes as a second-generation interactive Internet-based services. Interactivity is a real-time user. It controls social media, involvement, and user-generated content. So there are the four distinguishing characteristics of the Web 2.0. So these elements are made possible by a variety of technology and services such as cloud computing, software mashup and apps, blogs, RSS, wikis, and social networks. First is a blog. So what is a blog? So a blog is a type of personal website that typically indicates links to relevant web pages as well as a list of the author's most recent to oldest things. So most blogs allow readers to comment on their post. The process of creating a blog is called blogging. A third-party service such as Blogger.com, Typepad.com, Devag.com, and the host blogs, and also social network like Facebook's and collaborative tools like Lotus Notes have included blogging functionality. Blogosphere is a term used to describe the totality of website dedicated to a blog. Social networking. Members typically created a profile, mostly photos, videos, audio files, and text, and store and share this profile on the service identified as their friend. Also, it identifies as their contacts. Social networking sites are highly interactive and it offers real-time users control and rely on users generated context and broadly based in social sharing of contacts and opinions. So these leading sites examples, networking sites, are Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and social networking has radically changed how people spend their time online. Also, they communicate with who or how business people connects with their customers, suppliers, and employees, and how providers of goods and services learn about their customers, and how advertisers leads to potential customers. So Facebook has about more than 7 million apps and websites integrated with the following including appreciation for gaming, videos, video storing, and communicating with their friends and families. Next one is the Web 3.0 or the future web. So the most entail in creating methods of making regular people search of about 400 billion public web page more efficient and more worthwhile. So the promise of this Web 3.0 is that the future, which all of his digital data and all of these contacts will be knitted together in a single and meaningful experience. So the Internet of Things are what we call the Web of Things. So the Web of Things describes as a physical object with sensors and processing ability, software and other technologies that connects and exchange data with other devices and systems over the Internet and other communication networks. So next is the wireless revolution. So cell phones, smartphones, tablets, and wireless enables personal computers have developed into portable media and computing platforms that enable you to complete many computing cores you formerly completed at your desk, in addition to your ton of other tasks. So smartphones like iPhone, Android phones, and BlackBerry combined a mobile laptop computer with Wi-Fi capability with the functionality of a cell phone. So this enables the incorporation of music, video, internet access, and phone service into one device. Next is the cellular system. So cellular network from the earlier generation was built primarily for voice communication and a small amount of data transmission in a form of text messages. Kasi dati ganun lang po yung gamit ng text natin. Ang cellphone ay ginagamit lamang just for text messages and short communication. And then, the 3G na nabuo po yung 3G. So 3G network provides adequate transmission of speed for email using web browsing and online shopping. But these are too sluggish for movies with speed ranging only from 144 kbps to more than 2 Mbps. So medyo mabagal po ang 3G. So next po is yung 4G na po, which is it operates at substantial faster of 100 Mbps download to 50 Mbps upload. So more enough capacity to watch movies on your cell phone with a high definition movies. So LTE, or what we call the long-term evolution, is the current 4G standard. So next po is the 5G naman po, the gigabit range, which is still under development. So with the fewer transmission delays to connect maybe more devices such as sensor and smart devices at once that exist in cellular system. So 5G technology will be needed for self-driving vehicle and smart city and extensive use of Internet of Things. Alam ko po sa Korea meron na pong yung self-driving na sasakyan. So the other one is the wireless computer network and the internet. So there are three: the Bluetooth, the Wi-Fi, and the wireless internet access, and the WiMAX. So for personal computers, various wireless handheld devices and cell phones have speed wireless internet connection that is made for the sake of a various technology. So the first is the Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is um, very useful in creating the area networks or PANs. So Bluetooth enable wireless phones, pages, computers, printers, and other computing equipment converse and even control one another. So Bluetooth links wireless keyboards and mouse to computers and cell phones to earpieces. So Bluetooth is so suitable for battery-powered mobile computers or cell phones due to low power consumption. Next is the Wi-Fi or the wireless internet access. So the first of the standard to gain the widespread acceptance was the 8.802.11b, which has an effective range of 30 to 50 meters and can transmit up to 11 Mbps in the licensed 2.4 GHz band. So, access points are typically used in Wi-Fi communication, so it connects wireless devices to wired LAN. The current cellular network is used by mobile access points, including Verizon's mobile hotspots, to establish Wi-Fi connections. So Wi-Fi is now mostly used for high-speed wireless internet service. Next is the WiMAX. In United States, Wi-Fi system has a 300-foot maximum range from the base station. It might be very challenging for rural communities without cable and DSL connection to locate wireless internet access. So, to address this issue, the IEEE created a new set of standards called the WiMAX, or the Worldwide Interoperability for Microwave Access. It can transmit data up to 75 Mbps and has a wireless access range up to 31 miles. So next one is the RFID and the wireless sensor network. So the RFID, or the radio frequency identification, and the NFC, which is the near field communication. So RFID is the system provides a powerful technology for tracking the movement of goods through the supply chain. So RFID was low-powered radio transmitter to read data stored in a tag at a distance from 1 inch to 100 foot. The reader captured the data from the tag and then uh, sent it to the network and for processing. The NFC, or the Near Field Communication, is a short-range wireless connectivity standard that uses electromagnetic radio fields enable to compatible devices to exchange data when both within a few centimeters of each other. It is used in wireless payment services to retrieve information and even to exchange video of air information with friends and families. So wireless server sensor networks, or WSN. So these are networks of interconnected wireless devices that are embedded in the physical environment to provide measurements of many points over large spaces. So these devices has built-in processing, storing, and radio frequency sources and antennas, and leads to an interconnected network that browses data, and they captured computer for analysis, with this network range from 100 to thousands of nodes. So thank you for listening, and God bless.